Hello, my name is Natasha Chamberlain, and I'll be teaching you this course which I've written, which is called Change Your Mindset, Change Your Life. From changing your mindset, you really and truly can change your life. You can be living the life that you desire the most. You can have all your dreams, your goals, all those things are important to you. You can accomplish anything that you put your mind to. But it all begins with you. It all begins with changing that mindset. Taking your mindset into an abundant mindset will change your life for the better. And I'm going to teach you how through this short course. I hope that you'll find this to be helpful. And I thank you for taking the time to watch this, to purchase this video. And I wish you all the very best on your journey. So without further ado, we'll jump into it. Whatever you are not changing, you are choosing. Take note of that. I'll repeat myself one more time. Whatever you are not changing, you are choosing. This can be anything from a way of thinking, a bad habit, a trait, being stuck in an unhealthy situation, tied down in an unfulfilling job, an addiction, jobless and struggling financially, bad friendships, repeating past cycles. The list goes on and on. We have the power to change. So next time you think to yourself, or if you say to yourself, I can't change my habits, I've had them all my life. I can't get my dream job as I don't have the qualifications needed for the job. I can't leave my current situation because I can't overcome addictions because I can't buy that. I can't apologize for that. I can't change picking certain types of relationships because it's what I'm used to. I can't stop being unfaithful. I can't overcome my depression and my anxieties. I can't get healthy because I can't learn to drive because I can't stop smoking because I can't follow my dreams because I can't change. Just remind yourself, next time you think any of those thoughts, just remind yourself of this quote. Whatever you are not changing, you are choosing. Because in truth, it's not that you can't change. It's that you are choosing not to change. It's a choice. You have free will. It's a complete choice. You can make positive personal and life changes in your life. You have the power to overcome your fears and to make the needed changes in your life. You have the power to turn your life around for the better. It's in your hands. You are in control of your life, your actions and your habits. You have free will. You choose the type of person that you want to be and the type of life that you want to live. You choose what you want to achieve and what you do not want to achieve. You have a choice. And any changes that you don't make, you are choosing. Keep that in mind. This sad principle applies in all areas of life and within ourselves. Whether consciously or subconsciously, we sadly choose to not make the necessary changes. We choose to remain with what is safe and what is familiar. We tell ourselves that we can't do it. We make excuses again and again, whether conscious or unconscious. This is so damaging in itself, as we are restricting new possibilities. We are limiting ourselves. We are self-sabotaging our happiness. We are our own true enemy. We are living a life of fear and restriction. Why do we do this? Why? It all boils down to your sense of self-worth and your current mindset. If you do not love yourself as an individual person, this will affect your sense of self-worth, which in turn automatically puts you in a lack and negative mindset. By changing your mindset to a more positive and abundant one, we will then turn and learn to love ourselves more. And this in turn will improve our sense of self-worth. It's all connected in the grand scheme of things. Self-love equals self-worth, which equals positive, abundant mindset, which equals a happier you and a fulfilling life. So self-love equals self-worth, which equals positive, abundant mindset, which equals a happier you and a fulfilling life. In this course, I will help to teach you how to break that negative pattern that is holding you back from experiencing true enlightenment and happiness. It will teach you how to step out of your comfort zone, take leaps of faith, know what action steps to take, and how to recognize these unhealthy patterns and cycles that we all just keep repeating over and over again. This exercise, or this course, will teach you how to step out of a lack mindset and how to step into more of an abundant mindset. How to retrain your mind and tackle negative thoughts. How to tackle negative thought processes. How to clear away the baggage of the past so that you can step into a future with confidence that makes you happy, that's more in alignment with your true self. We'll first look at self-love and self-worth, as this is the first step in the process of turning your life around. So find somewhere quiet and where you'll not be disturbed for a few hours. Have a notebook and pen to hand. Writing down is always a yes when it comes to working on ourselves. I know that I always ask my students to ask specific questions and to write everything down, but this really is so necessary. It really helps us to put pen to paper and it helps to bring stuff to home for us. It really helps us to acknowledge and register our feelings, our thoughts, and what's going on in our world. So I always think it's extremely important. The questions I'm about to ask you to please answer are designed to get you seriously thinking about issues and situations that need dealing with in your life and in yourself. By answering questions, you are thinking, delving deep within, reflecting on matters that you may have pushed under the carpet. It is a part of the healing work process. So, with that being said, let's jump into the questions. Obviously, this is a video, so you can write all these questions down and then answer them in your own time when you're ready. Try answering each question as honestly as possible. Spend a good amount of time on each one. Do not rush the process. Really take your time and be as honest as possible. Even if it takes you an hour just to answer one question, take your time. Do it at a pace that best suits you. So I'm going to read out all these questions or tell them to you. You can write them down and then answer them in your own time. So the first question is, do you actually like the person that you are? Second question, if not, then why? And how does this make you feel? How can you change things so that you like yourself a lot more and feel better about yourself? Are you willing to put in the work and do what is necessary to feel better about yourself? Do you have good self-esteem and like the way you look? If not, then why? And how does this make you feel? What can you do to change this? And are you willing to put in the work? What do you need to feel more at peace within yourself? What changes need to be made in order to help you like yourself more? Are you willing to make these changes? And if not, then why? Where does your lack of self-love stem from? Is it your childhood? Is it trauma? Is it life experiences? Or due to others' behaviors towards you? Really spend some time delving into this question. Look at your life as far back as your first childhood memory. Look at the connections you've had in your life and the life experiences that you've had. Really go right back to childhood right from childhood to the present day, and look at all the different experiences you've had, your dealings with other people, and the relationships you've had, the friendships you've had, just the life experiences. Really look at these, try and find where your insecurities or your lack of self-love or self-worth or confidence issues may stem from. Write down all the times that your confidence was knocked. Where did you not feel worthy or did not have self-love? Write down as much details as you can. Try and identify the cause of your lack of self-love. Now look at all the times when you did feel a sense of self-love. When did you feel a sense of self-love? Write down how it feels and how did you feel. Write down your feelings and how you felt in yourself when you felt self-love and you felt worthy, and also in the times when you didn't feel worthy, when you didn't feel self-love, when you felt low in confidence. Ask yourself, do you feel a sense of guilt, or are there areas of yourself and your life that need forgiving? Do you need to forgive yourself? This could be in connection with things from your past where you feel bad or feel guilty, where you may have wronged another person or made the wrong choices in life, anything like that. Do you need to forgive others? If so, who and why? What needs forgiving? Ask yourself what needs letting go of in your life and forgiving, not only in yourself, but in your life and with others. If you do feel guilty, then why? Really look at why you feel guilty. What do you feel guilty about? This could be one thing, this could be a handful of things. Look at each thing and really look at why you feel guilty. Re-go over the incident or whatever happened to cause this guilt. Really look at your feelings. Ask yourself what fulfills you and inspires you. What feeds your inner soul and makes you come alive and feel so good inside? List all the things that you feel really good inside about. What makes you feel good? Write these down. Take a good look at all the connections in your life, all the people in your life. Ask yourself if your connections are healthy and good for you, or if they are unhealthy and if they hinder you. How can you resolve issues within your connections with other people? How can you surround yourself with good connections that are healthy for you? What are you willing to do to change your connections into more positive ones? Do you have healthy boundaries in place when it comes to your connections? How can you set healthy boundaries that work for you and that are in alignment with your life purpose? If there are no boundaries in place, then why? Look back throughout your life and try to work out where your lack of boundaries stem from. Do you hold on to your emotions? Do you hold them in so that they are pent up? Do you have pent-up emotions that you struggle to release and address? If so, then why do you have these? What scares you about these emotions? What scares you about facing these emotions and addressing them? What is the real worst thing that could happen from you really feeling these emotions, dealing with them, and healing from them? Are these emotions healthy? Is it healthy holding them in and not dealing with them? How would it feel if you let go of all that anger, pain, hurt, guilt, resentment, how would it feel? How would it impact you, your well-being, and your life from letting them go? Again, where do they stem from? What is it that you are not addressing in your life or from your past? How can you change your current feelings about yourself? What can you do to feel better about yourself and about your life? What are you willing to do? Look at your life as a whole and list all the things that you are thankful and grateful for. Everything. Look at your whole life, from childhood, your earliest memory, right up to now, the present day. Really look at your life and think of all the things that you're grateful for that's happened in your life, the things you're thankful for. Write these down. Look at what is actually working out well in your life, what makes you feel good inside, and what you feel brings you happiness. What's really working well right now in your life and making you happy? Write it all down. Then look at all that does not make you feel good inside. Look at what is not working, what does not feel good, what does not bring you happiness or fulfillment. Write this down. Be completely honest. The more honest you are, the more you'll heal and change your life around for the better. Look at what makes you feel like your wings are clipped, like you're trapped, you're stuck, you can't move forward. Look at the things in your life that make you feel bad about yourself, that make you feel guilty or unworthy. Really look at what these are. Delve deep into your life as a whole and unpick and unravel what feels good and what does not feel good. Ask yourself what changes need to be made. How can you remove all the things that are hindering you and making you feel bad about yourself and bad about your life? How can you change the things that are not working in your life? Ask yourself, how can you draw more love and positivity in your life? What can you do to feel happier inside and more at peace within yourself? How can you change your life around so that you are living the fulfilling and happy life that you deserve? Ask yourself, what are you willing to do to make positive changes in your life? What is your body telling you right now? What does your body need in order for you to feel good about yourself? What does your body, your intuition, and your soul want? What do you want? Ask yourself what you value about yourself. Again, ask yourself what you value about yourself. What do you value about your life? And why do you value these things? Ask yourself where you want to be in 3 years from now, 5 years from now. Where do you want to be in your life? What do you want your life to look like in 3 to 5 years from now? Do you want it to be exactly the same as it is now? Do you want to be feeling the same way you're feeling right now? Or do you want change? If so, what changes do you want? How would you like your life to be in the future? Ask yourself, what is stopping you from achieving the life that you want? How can you change this so that you are living your desired life? What can you do to make positive changes? What's stopping you from making changes? Are you willing to do what it takes to change your life around for the better? Are you willing to put in that time, that effort, and that energy? Do you feel worthy of living your desired life? If not, then why? Why do you feel unworthy? How can you change this so that you do feel worthy? What are you willing to do to change things around for the better? We'll now look at ways of refinding ourselves and rediscover our true selves. Sometimes because of life circumstances and peer pressures, we can lose ourselves. We lose a sense of our identity and who we are as an individual person. The following few exercises are designed to help you rediscover your true authentic self, to re-find you again, that part of you that's been missing because of life, because of circumstances, because of the experiences that you may have had. These exercises are also designed to help you build self-worth and self-love. First, try to explore and see what your true self is. What is your true self? Not the masks that you wear or the masks that you put onto the world, but to see who you are as an individual person, the real you. Who are you and what inspires and excites you? Again, these are questions to write down and answer in your own time. Take as much time as you need to answer these questions. So who are you? And what inspires and excites you? What makes you stand out from the crowd? And what makes you unique? What are you looking to find in your life, in yourself? Take a long, hard look at who you are as a person, the real you. What are your wants, your desires, your goals, your dreams, your ambitions? Write these all down. What makes you the person you are behind the masks? Are you a shy and quiet person? Are you a proud person? Are you musical, arty, and creative? Are you fussy, bossy, or friendly? What makes you tick? And what makes you the person you are? Again, be completely open and honest with yourself. Once we learn to take a good look at ourselves and learn what makes us feel complete and whole, what feeds our spirit and brings us contentment, and once we learn to like ourselves more, only then can we begin to really feel self-love. We can really get to know ourselves at a deeper level. In order for us to love others and to be happy in our lives, we need to first love the person we are, and not in a vain or negative way. Just accept who we are as an individual and love who we are. And in turn, this will make a massive difference in all areas of our lives. Once we accept that we are who we are, and we begin to accept that, appreciate it, and change our mindsets to a more positive one, then you will really begin to notice a difference in your life. Sit quietly and alone, somewhere where you'll not be disturbed. Again, have a pen and paper in front of you, and just write down what you think your true self is like. Ask yourself if you wear a mask to hide your true self from the world. And if so, why do you do this? What makes you do this? What is the mask that you wear to hide yourself from the world? What is so bad about being your true authentic self? Why do you feel you have to hide behind a mask? Think about what type of person you are. Are you a caring person, a jealous person, an angry or happy person? Musical, creative, troublemaker, joker? Write these down. Look back to your childhood. Look back at how you were in your happiest times of your life. How did you feel then? What type of person were you in those most happiest times of your life? Really look at it. You could try and ask some of your closest friends and family members how they see you. How would they describe you to be? Again, they could only be seeing a masked version. So it's just to give you a bit of an idea. Really look at who you are. And again, ask yourself these questions. Write questions down and take as much time as you need to answer each one as honestly as possible. So explore what makes you unique and what makes you your true self. What makes you happy and excited? What makes you feel positive? What gifts and talents do you have? What are your goals, your dreams, and why are these your goals and dreams? Why they're important to you? What makes you the person you are? Do you like the person you are, or do you feel you need change? What brings you contentment? Is your true self friendly, grumpy, fussy, or confident? What is it? What colors are you most attracted to and why? How do these colors make you feel? What do you think your true self is like? Once you have learned to recognize your true, authentic self, and you know what it is that makes you feel whole, makes your senses come alive, what inspires you and drives you, it is then that you can begin to feed and nurture your true self. Instead of hiding behind false masks, start to embrace the beautiful person that you actually are, because you're a very beautiful person. Help your true self to shine through, to grow. Love being you, love being in the skin that you're in. Learn to love being who you truly are. Feed and nurture yourself by doing the following things. You can do and feed and nurture yourself by doing the things that helps you, your true authentic self, to come alive. Try doing the things that you enjoy, the things you love, and the things that make you feel satisfied and good inside. Take note of how good it feels to do the things that you love to do and that inspire you. Also, take note of how it feels when you neglect yourself and when you do not do the things that matter to you. Really write down the differences, how you feel from doing the things that are good for you, the things you enjoy, the things you love, versus the things that you don't enjoy, the things that are not good for you, the things that don't make you feel good about yourself. Take note of the differences between the two and be completely open and honest with yourself. Once you know what type of person you are and what helps you to grow as a person, then you can begin to nurture yourself. Take notice of what fortifies you and what feeds you. Pay attention to how sensitive and aware you are of it. For example, if you are a creative person, then in order for you to feed your true self, you would have to try and be more creative, do more creative things, as this is what makes you happy, it's what makes you feel good inside. It's what inspires you. So get out your arts and crafts and maybe take up a new course, a new creative course, do some house decorating, do the creative things that really make you feel happy and inspired, because this would be nurturing your true self. It would be nurturing your soul. It'll be making you feel happier and better within. If you are a nature spirit, for example, and you feel happiest when you're in nature, then try and spend as much time as you can outdoors in nature. Surround yourself with animals, with trees, with plants, because that's what makes you feel happy. That's feeding your soul. That's doing something that's good for you. If you're a musical person, then try singing a lot more, listening to uplifting music, go and see a concerts. Surround yourself with music, because this is what makes you feel happy. You're nurturing yourself, you're feeding yourself. This will really help you to develop that self-love and to appreciate being you more. Try spending 10 to 15 minutes a day where you answer to no one but yourself. Make this your special time. It's your time for you to do the things that you enjoy, the things that you love, even if it's just sitting down, having a cup of coffee or reading a book. Just have that time out for yourself. You're important too. Life can get so busy sometimes, we give all our energy away that we end up feeling neglected and unloved. This is why you need to take that time out for you. Make time for you, because you are important too. It'll do you absolute wonders. Here's another set of questions to write down and ask yourself as honestly as you can, and again, spend as much time as you need on each question. Try to not rush the process. What feeds your soul? What feeds you and makes you feel like you're coming alive, that makes you feel happy? What do you think your true self needs at this very moment? Have you been feeding and nurturing yourself properly? Have you been looking after you properly and doing the things you love and you enjoy, the things that make you feel good? When last can you remember giving yourself what it needs to grow? Do you feel connected to your true, authentic self? When last did you feel connected to your true self? And how did it feel? How did it feel when you're really your real self? I'll now share with you some tips on how you can better look after you, nurture yourself, and how to really love being you. Try and be more sensitive. A good way to encourage us to be our true selves is to become more sensitive to all that is around us. It is important to be sensitive, as this helps you to better tune into your body, your mind, and what your soul needs to thrive and to blossom. There are quite a few ways of helping you to be more sensitive. You could try reading more books and stories on angels, life, nature, miracles, on helping others. Try reading books and stories that are emotional in a good way and inspiring, uplifting, and encouraging. Watch more programs that involve nature, inspirational stories, true life, romance, and films that make you cry in a good way, that make you feel good films. Films that leave you feeling sensitive and uplifted at the same time. Try to not watch things like the news, dramas, anything like that. Even if it's just for 1 or 2 weeks, just cut all of that out for a week or two. Anything that's negative, like the news, dramas, anything, soap operas, anything that has negative content to it, try and cut it out, even for 1 or 2 weeks, and you'll notice such a difference in yourself. Also try to cut out films or programs that portray a lot of anger, violence, negativity, such as soaps or dramas or the news. You only need to cut these out, like I say, for a week or two. The news is so filled with negativity that it just blocks your true self from really coming through. Especially if you're empath, you just soak in all that sad news or the negative energy of that, and it just leaves you feeling drained. Our true selves are compassionate, empathic, loving, fun, generous, loyal, faithful, sensitive, and kind. So try and surround yourself with all that positive energy to really bring your true self out. Watch and read books and films that are everything that your true self is. Try looking at lots of pictures of things that you find inspiring and beautiful. Also look at a lot of pictures of maybe angels, children, animals, because this will all help you to become a lot more sensitive. Nature is another good way of feeding and nurturing ourselves and nurturing our true spirit, our true soul. Our true authentic selves love nature, as when we are in nature, it helps us to be protected and grounded. We are more connected to the earth. We have quiet time, which helps us to really get in touch with our inner souls, our wants, our needs. We can almost meditate in a way. As we're walking, for example, you're walking through a big woodland or through a field, you can go into a meditative state. And this helps to really ground you and really stabilize you. Try spending as much time in nature as possible. Go for long walks, plant a tree, do some gardening, go horseback riding or swimming in the outdoors. Connect with nature in any way that you can. You could find somewhere nice and peaceful to lie down or sit, and then just look all around you. Become mindful of your surroundings. Take in the sounds that you hear, how the air feels on your skin, what smells you can smell. Take in every detail of your surroundings and see what you can see, hear, smell, feel. Be one with nature and be one with you. Take note of those around you. In order for our true selves to really shine through, we need to learn the art of really listening and connecting with our loved ones and the people around us on a deeper level. We need to learn to better read others, to read people, and to get a better understanding of those around us. So many times in life, we are all so wrapped up in our own life issues that we forget to take the time to just truly be there for others. We listen when people talk to us, but do we really listen? Do we genuinely feel another's pain or fully understand how the person we are talking to feels? A part of being our true selves means that we should be more empathic, more sympathetic, and understanding of others and their needs and their feelings too. In this way, we also connect with our own selves. We build our own light within us, and we become more sensitive and more nurturing, not only to others, but to ourselves too. It is vital that you learn to keep your thoughts and your feelings positive at all times. Try to push or block out absolutely any negative thoughts or feelings that come to you. Learn how to recognize each time you have a negative thought about yourself or about another person. Replace those negative thoughts with positive ones, especially the negative thoughts about ourselves. Each time you find yourself thinking badly of yourself, ask yourself why. Why do you think and feel this way? How can you change that negative thought of yourself into a positive one? You could even try saying positive affirmations about your life and about yourself. Try and do this each day. When we are in a negative place, when we're feeling negative, then we draw negative energy into our lives. This negative energy dampens us, it dampens our vibrations, it makes us vibrate at a lower frequency. This makes it harder for us to practice self-love and self-worth. It also instantly puts us in a lack mindset. The more positive energies in your life, the happier you will become, and the more you appreciate being your true authentic self, as well as the more your mindset will be in an abundant, positive mindset. So many times in our lives, we draw negative energies and negative things to us without even realizing that we're doing it. Just by thinking negatively of yourself or of others can draw this negative energy to you. Everything is made of energy. So are our thoughts and our feelings. If you can train yourself to think more positively, then you will notice that positive things will begin to actually happen for you and in your life. If you think negatively, then negative things will happen. The more positive you are and the more positive you become, the more you will learn to love and accept yourself for who you are. This is just if you imagine waking up one morning and you discover that your boiler's broken, for example, and you're like, damn, my boiler's broken, and it just puts you in this instant bad mood. It's freezing cold outside, there could be snow, it could be ice everywhere, and you're freezing, and now the boiler's broken, and no one can come out to fix the boiler for the next week. And so you're instantly put in this really bad mood. You're feeling negative emotions. Now, those negative emotions are hard to get rid of. So what you'll find is that throughout the day, because you've got those negative feelings, you started off your day with this, it's one of those days now. Look, this has happened. What next? You will find that everything in your day will just go downhill. You'll feel grumpy all day. Everything will go wrong. Nothing will work out for you. And by the end of the day, you'll just be thinking, it was the worst day ever. And it all started from the moment I woke up with that boiler. It wasn't actually the boiler that caused it. It was your mindset. Because you were in that negative mindset, it just drew more of that negative stuff to you. So what could have been an actually beautiful day ended up being a really dull, dim, horrible day. If you had woken up that same morning and the boiler was not broken and was all fixed, you would have been in a good jolly mood, and the rest of the day would have just been a really good day. You would have got on, you would have achieved a lot. And it was from that mindset in the morning of waking up and thinking, it's broken, what a great start of the day, and it just downhill spiral from there. So it shows you how our energy can change. it can really draw in negativity to us. So the more positive you are, the more positive things will happen for you and for your life. Appreciation. Each day spend, even just 15, 20 minutes appreciating all that you are blessed with. Truly express gratitude for all that you have and all the blessings in your life. Try to think of what it is that you're most grateful for, even the tiniest little things, those tiny things that happened. Even those tiny little things, the things that seem insignificant. If that helped to make your day good, then be grateful for it. Show gratitude. Acknowledge it. It's acknowledging what you do have in your life, acknowledging the blessings and really being grateful for all that you have. Try to think of what it is that you are most grateful for and then give thanks. Try to appreciate being you and living the life that you do. Appreciate all that you're blessed with, and just feel that gratitude in your heart. Try surrounding yourself with lots of beautiful music. Music really is something that lifts our spirits and makes us feel good inside, especially if it's music that you can really connect with, music that makes you feel good. It raises our vibrations. It helps us to feel a lot more positive. Spending more time with animals and our pets is also another very good thing to help us feel uplifted and positive. When we are around animals, it helps to reduce stress. It's actually proven that it does help to reduce stress. It helps to calm us on a deeper level, and it just helps us to feel good. Who doesn't love animals? Animals are just lovely. They just lift our spirits in any way. They're just gorgeous creatures. Another good thing is to be helpful. Try and do something helpful each day. You could smile at the next person you walk past on the street. A smile really can go a very long way. And it can make not only the other person feel better, but it makes you feel better too. So if you find that someone needs help with something, then maybe just lend a hand here and there. You could help an elderly person cross the road, comfort a child when they fall, advise a friend who is in need, or do one of your partner's chores for them just to help release the stress. Maybe just try and do something nice that just makes you feel better in yourself. Surround yourself with those of high vibrations. So in order for us to be the best versions of ourselves, we need to surround ourselves with people who vibrate at a similar level to us, people who are positive, upbeat, not people who bring us down or make us feel horrible about ourselves. We want to surround ourselves with people who make us feel good about ourselves, people we really enjoy their company and we really gel on a good level. Again, look at all the connections in your life and ask yourself the following questions about each of your connections. This is just helping you to realize if you have a healthy connection around you, or if there's people that are not healthy and that do not help you grow into the person that you're meant to be. So these are a few questions you can ask yourself. Again, write them down in as much detail as you can and be completely honest. So maybe choose 1 to 5 people and ask, is this person a healthy connection or an unhealthy connection? Why is the answer what it is? How are they healthy or unhealthy? Are you the one putting in all the effort to maintain the connection? Does this person put the same amount of effort in as you do? Does this person value the connection as much as you do? Does this connection fulfill or drain the life out of you? Do you feel confused as to where you stand within this connection? Do you feel rejected more than appreciated and wanted within this connection? Is there consistency in your connection? Is there an equal give and take? Do you always follow through on what you say you're going to do? And do they always follow through on what they say they're going to do? Do you feel like you're being strung along or breadcrumbed? Do you feel like a priority to this person or just a backup call? Are they constantly hot and cold with you, all in 1 minute and then all out the next, and pull their energy away? Do they keep cancelling plans on you or putting off seeing you? Are they only interested in meeting up when it suits them or when they need something? Are you the one who's always initiating contact? Does this person bring out the best or the worst in you? Does this person support your goals, your desires, and what's important to you? Does this person show an interest in you, in your life, and in the things that are important to you? Do you feel good after seeing this person or being around them or after communicating with them? Or are you left just feeling horrible inside or lacking confidence or just low? Does this person hinder you on your path? Do they hold you back from being your true self? Does this person put you down or do they encourage you? Do they motivate you? Do they keep you waiting for your messages, for their messages and for their replies? Does their vibe feel off to you? Do they show an interest in you or a lack of? Does this person make you feel special and good inside? Does this person accept you for who you are, the real you? Does this person know the real you? If you have worn a mask with this person, then would they still love you and appreciate you? Sorry, I'm getting tongue twisted. If they knew the real you? Is this person judgmental? Is there a lot of drama and strife around this person or connected to this person? Does this person vibrate at a high vibration? Are they always positive and upbeat, or are they of a lower vibration, negative, down or depressed, or complaining about something? Does this person expect way too much of you? Do they have unrealistic expectations of you? Does this person encourage you and support your views? If it came to it, would this person have your back? How would you feel if this person was no longer in your life? Would you miss them? What effect would it have on you and your happiness if this person wasn't in your life anymore? Has this person proven to you that they are loyal to you? Can you trust this person? Has this person got your best interest at heart, or are they self-serving? Is your connection with this person toxic, and if so, how? What are your true feelings about this person? Does your person only want you and only want to see you, for example, if it's a romantic partner, when they're sexed up? Do they give you the impression that they like you 1 minute and then they don't the next? Do you feel you're wasting your time with this connection? Is this connection more unfulfilling than fulfilling? Is this connection more important to you than it is to them? List down all the times that this person has been there for you, all the times that they've stood by you, they supported you, all the happy, good memories that you have together. But also list down the things or the times when this person hasn't been there for you, the qualities that you don't like about them, and when you haven't felt good in their company. List down all this person's good and negative qualities. List down all the times this person has wronged and hurt you, as well as all the times they've been there and supported you. And try and do this for all your close connections, or all the people that you spend a lot of time with in your life, those connections around you, and do it for each of them. Ask yourself these questions, all of them, because what we're trying to do here is we're trying to establish if this is a healthy, balanced connection, or a connection that is not healthy, and that could be stopping you from being your true self, from really finding out who you really are as a person. So it's just taking a deeper look into your connections and whether they are healthy or not. And it's also going to lead us on to the next topic that we're going to be discussing, which is boundaries and having those healthy boundaries in place. Healthy boundaries help to keep your relationships healthy and balanced. It is so important for there to be healthy boundaries put into place within all your connections. To set healthy boundaries, just follow the few steps I'm going to share with you. Firstly, find somewhere nice and quiet where you'll not be disturbed. Again, have a notebook and a pen to hand. And I'm going to go through some questions, just as we've done before. I know it's a lot of writing, a lot of questions, but this is all helping you to really look at yourself, look at your boundaries, if there are boundaries in place. They are important. Please trust me, they definitely are important. And again, like you did before, just write these questions down and then answer each one in your own time. Be as completely open and honest with them, with each question, and take as much time as you need on each one. Don't rush the process. The more open and honest you are, the more time you spend on them, the more you really connect with each question, the more this is going to really help you. The more you'll benefit from this whole course and this exercises. So the first question is, are healthy boundaries put in place for all of your connections? Do you have healthy boundaries in place? What are these boundaries that you currently have? Where are there imbalances and not enough boundaries in place? Are you being taken a mug off in your connections? If so, why? And why are you allowing this? Do you overgive in your connections with others? What healthy boundaries can you put into place? What are you willing and not willing to put up with? Do you deserve better? What changes need to be made, especially within your connections? This is all about connections with you and others. Are you giving all of your power away to your connections? Is there an equal give and take? What is most important to you when you are in a connection with another person? Whether this is friendship, romantic, family, anything. What is most important to you? Are you trying too hard in your connections? What are your values? What values would you like to see in others? Are your connections healthy and fulfilling? What bothers you in your connection with others? What types of relationships do you consider to be balanced and healthy? What do you want in your connections with others and in your life? Are there unrealistic expectations on your part or on the other person's part? Do you have the freedom of speech in your connections? Are you the one who is always apologizing to your connections or feeling guilty and bad? Are your connections putting in as much time and effort as you are? Ask yourself what you will and will not tolerate. Identify your wants. Ask yourself what it is that you actually want in life. What do you want in your connections? What do you want in your connections? What is a healthy connection to you? Delve deep into what it is that's important to you, what your soul craves and needs, and where you want to go in your life. Where do you want your life to go? Look at your wants, your needs, your desires, with your life as well as with all your connections. Start writing down healthy boundaries that you will put into place. What are these healthy boundaries? What healthy boundaries do you need to put into place? Make a list of all the boundaries that you can put in that are healthy and that will help you to build healthier and more lasting connections. Identify what these boundaries will be, how you'll implement them into your life and your relationships. Be specific and do what is right for you as an individual person. Understand, why you need the boundaries and what positive impact it would make on your life from having these boundaries in place. Ask yourself why there are no boundaries in your life in the first place. Do you feel worthy of having healthy boundaries in place? If not, then how can you regain your self-worth? What can you do to feel more worthy? Learn to start standing up for yourself and speaking your mind. Write down how you will achieve this. How will you start standing up for you more, for yourself, and not allowing others to walk all over you? If you find that you are constantly apologizing and feeling guilty in your connections, then ask yourself why. What do you feel in this connection? Why do you feel you do this? Where does the guilt and the feelings of feeling like you have to keep apologizing stem from? Are there childhood issues that you need addressing? Ask yourself if you give your power away. If so, then how? How can you take back your power and in a healthy and grounded way? Really delve deep. I know these are a lot of personal questions and they're really deep, but it's so important. It's when we really put the time to do this, we be honest, we feel those emotions, we address them, especially the emotions that we may have swept under the carpet because it's been too painful to deal with. As long as they swept under the carpet and we're avoiding them, we're never going to be able to create an abundant mindset. We'll never have that self-love. We'll always feel lack. We'll always feel upset. It's so important. That's why I know this seems tedious, having to go through all these questions, but please trust me, this will make a difference. This is part of the healing. It's actually one of the biggest parts of the healing. And journaling is so important. If you can write this all in a journal, have a self-healing journal, and this will really help you, because what we're doing here, we're working on self-love, we're working on self-healing, we're healing from past trauma and past pain, we're working on self-worth, self-love, setting boundaries, looking at the people in our lives, building healthier connections, and all of this is getting us to the point where we can change our mindset from a negative mindset to a more positive mindset. And once we've done that, that's when we can really work on changing our life around for the better. But in order for us to get to the point where we can have that abundant mindset and that we can start drawing in positive things into our life, we can start changing our life, turning it around for the better, we have to do all this work first. And I know it seems horrible. It would be amazing if there was a switch. You can just switch a switch and say, there you go, I've got abundant mindset, but it doesn't work that way. We have to go through all this stuff first, the nitty gritty stuff, work through that, work on our self-love, work on our boundaries, surround ourselves with healthy connections, working on all these areas. And that will get us into a more abundant mindset. And from there, we can create the life that we truly desire. It's a process, I know. And it can be quite a painful one, especially when we're dredging up stuff from the past, stuff we don't want to deal with, stuff we may have swept under the carpet because it's too painful to deal with. But in order for us to change our mindsets for the better, and in order for us to change our lives for the better, this is a process and something that we have to do. It's part of the process. And these questions are a major part of that. So I would suggest getting a journal and you write these all down. You work through a journal that's your self-healing journal, a mindset changing journal, a journal to change your life, a new life journal. You can call it any name you want and you put all your work in there. This is a particularly long course. We're only halfway through. And we will get all to the fun stuff. We're getting this nitty-gritty, hard stuff out the way first. I say hard because it's quite painful, I know, having to go through all this stuff again and looking at your connections, looking at your feelings, really delving deep. So I call this the hard stuff, the nitty-gritty stuff. But the second half of this course is so much more fun. There will still be a bit more of the stuff that we need to work through, but it will be a lot more fun, but because this is such a long course, I have to make it in 2 separate videos. So this is part 1 of the course, and the second half of the course will be recorded in a separate video, where we'll look a bit more at boundaries, because we haven't covered all of that yet. We still have some more to cover, so we'll work on that a bit more, and then we'll work on a few other things. And once we've got all the nitty-gritty stuff out the way, that is when we're going to start working on the fun stuff. Okay, so I'll see you in the next video. Okay, bye.